I got 40,000. I'm up in all the stores with it.
Little guys in the island, they tell me God you be wildin'. 20,000 niggas young, and the British Porsche got no mileage. Before back in college, I was supposed to do it when I'm stopping. I speak the beast like a goat, before the liquor is a goat. The black is one not full. Wait, and it's for the 100 in my face. Make me feel like babies, and throw the rock up like I'm JP. I stop all the malls, spend like 50K. We up in all the stores. So get this shot down, and that's all I keep them blacks round. Pop them, keep up percolated, shakes off for all the haters. I'm a taker, I'm making me Jamaican. I sell all the more, definitely. I sell all the more, done like 40 more. I'm up in all the stores. And she up the low. I've been fishy next time you see me on sight. Anything happen, my kid, I am for everything alright. I done got used to taking pills and being up all night. Metro booming on some mud. I put my heart on my lips. I gave it all I could do. I made it out of the crib. I can't fight it. Where you gon' go and do? I'm a low for real. I pour a 40 pill. You already know what it is. I keep it going in the world. Good like me, not hurting me. Ain't no holding to it. None of my dog like what can see. I don't need so much sympathy. Sipping on me. Got me being inside with me. Good things on me. Came by
How y'all doing? Got the book over here?
Gotta open my mind, and I open it again. Like you gotta sell your soul, so you don't pay attention. Call that plan, now I'm gone, put my heart in. I had to get my good at home, so I'm serious. And it's like every song on, you call my spirit. I put my new on rock, I put my skin on rock. One time, say, oh, shit out of the old, shit out of the cup, shit out of the police, shit out of the top. I don't even need no fuck.
That modest little VW horn that I just heard. Pick up any sounds from the officials or coaches. Am I right over my mouth?
Gotta open my mind, and I open it again. Like you gotta sell your soul, so you don't pay attention. Got that plan, now I'm gone, put my heart in. I had to get down with that cone, so I'm serious. And it's like every song on,
Your attention, please, to all the parents of our graduating seniors and graduate students. Please gather behind the Johns Hopkins bench at this time. Thank you.
Hey, you went blind like a squirrel. Hey, you went drive around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel.
The Johns Hopkins Alumni Association, a proud sponsor of Hopkins Athletics. Connect with alumni worldwide until hoponline.com or alumni.jhu.edu. Thanks to our partners at Johns Hopkins Sports Medicine for providing expert care for all kinds of sport injuries, including the best care for our student athletes. If you have a sport injury, call Johns Hopkins Sports Medicine to schedule an appointment today. Students in the Blue Jays win today. Every student will receive a Smoothie King coupon. Cheer on the Blue Jays and stick around to the end of the game to win a coupon if the Blue Jays win.
girl, if it work, it work. But when it dress, I'm trying to market it. Hey, you went brown, hey, you went brown, world. Hey, you went brown, like swirl. Hey, you went sitting down, pearl. Hey, you went Rolls Royce cup. Hey, you went Rolls Royce truck. Oh, you want wall out of my boat. Oh, you want to line it all up. Hey, I'm a crazy how it is. Hey, I've been playing for some years. Hey, you trying to steal a lot of skill. Hey, I'm gonna steal out of the bill. Hey, you want to spill in the spill. Hey, you not really nigga deals. Rolls Royce spill on the field. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Gold Park Gymnasium on the beautiful campus of the Johns Hopkins University for Centennial Conference men's basketball, featuring the Garnet of Swarthmore College and your mighty Johns Hopkins University Blue Jays. At this time, we would like to honor our Blue Jay graduate students, seniors, and their families. In the last 4 seasons, Johns Hopkins has compiled an impressive record of 91 wins and 18 losses, including 3 20-win seasons. The Blue Jays claimed Centennial Conference championships in 2020 and 2022 and have made 3 trips to the NCAA tournament. And now, please welcome our seniors and graduate students in the year 2024. First up, number 21, Carson James. Carson hails from Tucson, Arizona, a 2-time Centennial Conference selection. He graduated last May with his bachelor's degree in biomedical engineering and is currently pursuing his master's in engineering management. Number 15, Sydney Fumble. Sydney is from Arlington, New York, accompanied by his parents, Deborah and Errol. The 2-time Centennial Conference Defensive Player of the Year, he graduated last May with his bachelor's degree in computer science and is currently pursuing his master's in engineering management. Number 32, Tommy O'Neill. Tommy hails from Lexington, Massachusetts. He is joined by his parents, Elizabeth and Gary. Tommy graduated from Harvard last May with a bachelor's degree in political science and government. He is pursuing his master's in organizational leadership. Number 1, Grant Bomas. Grant is from Plano, Texas. He is joined by his parents, Liz and Mark. Grant will earn his bachelor's degree in economics this spring. Number 45, Colin Crothers. Colin is from Lyle, Illinois, accompanied by his parents Karen and Stephen, brothers Nicholas and Charlie. Colin will graduate in May with a bachelor's in economics. Number 44, Will Sykes. Will is from Columbia, Maryland, accompanied by his parents Andrea and Kelly and sister Lauren. Will earned his bachelor's in chemical and biomolecular engineering this May. And now another round of applause for our graduate students and seniors in the class of 2024. Teams will now be given another 5 minutes to warm up.
Be nagging the kid, get it in what it is. If you get hit, get hit. I don't forget it, forget. Told myself never again. I don't let nobody in. So would you show that again? And we just be serving and serving again and again and again and again. I'm really grateful for breakfast. I'm Harlem shaking through the pressure. I'm like a Diddy on the net. I'm like a 50 and a Wednesday. I'm not here for number 10. Walk in with a girl that's making sure what I make it, what I am. That's what you know about.
Well, thank you, please. All of you who are hanging around after this afternoon's women's victory over Swarthmore, they just held a coin flip at Centennial Conference headquarters, and John Hopkins has won the coin flip and will host the Centennial Conference tournament on Friday and Sunday of this coming week.
I
Nobody else? Fist bump. Hard. Good luck. How you doing, Coach? Eric. Nice to meet you. Anybody else? All right, let's go across.
And now, please welcome the starting lineup for the Swarthmore Garnets. At guard, 6'2" sophomore from Virginia, number 5, Eddie Paquette. At guard, 6'1" sophomore from Santa California, number 12, Kyle Henson. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Aston, Pennsylvania, number 23, Vinny D'Angelo. At guard, a 6'4" freshman from Long Island, New York, number 35, Caleb Aurelian. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Lynchburg, Virginia, number 50, Michael Capri. Swarthmore is coached by Henry Kozlowski, Shane Luckner, Christian Matthews, Chris Conlon, and Connor Hopkins and Ty Legree. And now introducing the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays.
We make it look easy. Told him it's right. I keep it 100. This champion ring up is this guy.
And now the starting lineup for the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. At guard, a 6'2" graduate student from Tucson, Arizona, number 15, Carson Gay. At forward, 6'5" senior from Plano, Texas, number 1, Grant Goma. At forward, 6'8" senior from Irvington, New York, number 15, Sydney Final. At forward, 6'8" senior from Columbia, Maryland, number 44, Will Schultz. At forward, 6'8" senior from Lyle, Illinois, number 45, Colin Brothers. The Blue Jays are coached by Ryan Kane, Jack Barrett, and Miller Tyson. The officials are Harry Conway, Eric Pride, and Eric Dickerson. The clock operator is Jerry Secondhand Jackson. The shot clock operator is Jimmy Rolex Jackson. The scoreboard operator is Hopalong Cassidy Brown.
And we are back inside Goldfarb Gym for the second game of our doubleheader. This time, flipping over to the men's side between the 17th ranked team in the country and the home team, the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays, as they get set to take on the Swarthmore Garnet. This has been a matchup that has loomed large here in the Centennial Conference over the last 5 seasons. This has been the conference championship game each of those past 5 years. 3 going to Hopkins, 2 going to Swarthmore, and they are going to do battle in the regular season finale here tonight. With a packed house here at Goldfarb. Johns Hopkins in their all light blue uniforms. Swarthmore on the other side in our regular season finale in the Centennial Conference. The tip is up and we are underway. Johns Hopkins starting a chunk of their senior/grad students in this one. It's James, Grant Bolmish, Sid Thibault, Will Sykes, and Colin Crothers. You never see those three that I mentioned last on the floor together all playing the same position, but with it being senior day, Coach Ryan Kane getting a group of his veterans out on the floor together. Pass over to James, down to 4 on the shot clock, and they get a carry there on James and a turnover to open up the ball game for the Blue Jays. Starting 5 for Swarthmore: Eddie Paquette, Cal Hansen, Vinny D'Angelo, Caleb Alrelin, and Michael Caprice are the 5 for Landry Kosmolski's crew in this one in his 11th season at the helm of Swarthmore. And he has made this program a regular contributor, a Final Four appearance last season in the NCAA tournament. And now we're going to get a stoppage, so there's going to be no reset.
Give me a week off first, and then take 2 off. So go 7 seconds, 7 seconds. 7.
So we had an issue, the shot clock got reset without the ball touching the rim, so there's actually 7 on the shot clock. Swarthmore having position. The year has been a little bit more tougher. We're used to seeing them penciled into either the 1 or 2 spot in the conference tournament. Here's Vinny D'Angelo, one of the best players in the nation. And his first jump shot is off target. A foul is going to go on Johns Hopkins. They call it on Sid Thibault, his first foul called of the game.
Foul on Sid Thibault, his first team foul.
Swarthmore can come away with either the 3rd or 4th seed after today, depending on what Franklin and Marshall does. Caprice, a jumper, knocks it down. First bucket of the ball game goes to Michael Caprice, the big man for the Garnet. The Blue Jays, they have a couple options. They could be the 1 or the 2 seed. A win, they guarantee they're the 1 seed in the conference tournament. They will be here next Friday, and if they win that one, they'll be able to host Sunday as well. With a loss and a Gettysburg win, the Blue Jays would be the 2nd seed in the conference tournament. If Gettysburg loses, Johns Hopkins automatically clinches the number 1 seed, but that game doesn't tip off until 5 o'clock against Muhlenberg. Carson James made that bucket for the Blue Jays. Driving inside is Paquette off the back of the rim, and Will Sykes gets the rebound. James dribbling, guarded by Alrelin.
Good, Carson!
James at the foul line, had to swat it away. Good defensive possession there from Swat. Here is D'Angelo, the reigning conference player of the year. Gets inside, but off the mark. And a rebound by Thibault. Swarthmore at 16-8 so far on the season. Went through a tough stretch towards the beginning of the season where they dropped 4 straight and 6 of 7. One of those was to the Blue Jays, a 69-65 win for Johns Hopkins. Here's Will Sykes for 3, too strong. And Bolmish almost came away with the offensive board but couldn't grab it. And now Johns Hopkins will make a sub. John Winley coming in for the Blue Jays for Sykes.
From Brentwood, Tennessee, number 10, John Winley.
A pretty full house here at Goldfarb for this matchup. There you see Winley, who just came in, the leading scorer for Johns Hopkins this season. He's scored in double figures in each of his last 9 contests. That includes 17 against Washington College in a win last time out for the Blue Jays in a 72-58 victory. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Here's Caprice putting it on the deck. Pivoting over Crothers, couldn't get enough on it. Good box out from Crothers, and they get the rebound. And now Hopkins pushing it into the front court with Carson James. James trying to find space into the corner. Crothers, he'll try the 3-ball. Got it. A 3-ball for the senior Crothers to put Johns Hopkins on top with their first made 3-pointer of the night. That one got a loud roar from the bench. The answer from Swat is knocked down by Paquette. Eddie Paquette comes in averaging 9.3 points per game, 3rd most on the squad. That was his 28th make from deep on the season. Winley, they're going to get a reach in there against Swat. Foul's going to go on Cal Hansen. That is his first team foul.
His first team foul on Swarthmore.
Brothers and Bolmish sub out. Braden Fagbemi and Brian Johansson into the game, and this is the normal starting five now that we've seen from the Blue Jays throughout the regular season. Thibault trying to go to work down low on Caprice. 6 on the shot clock, looking for some room. He creates it, and up and down with the left hand. A good finish from Thibault. Paquette coming around the screen. Holding it up top. Trying to drive down the right side, rises over a defender off target. Capri's got a defender up in the air and gets the finish. 4 for Capri's early, knocks us up at 7 in the opening 5 minutes of this ball game. A matchup we could very well see again in the conference tournament this next weekend. And again, they have met in each of the last 5 Centennial Conference Championship games. Here's Brian Johansson working to the baseline. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Here's the freshman Fagbemi, lost the handle. Bodies hit the floor. A jump ball. The arrow is with SWAT anyway, so we'll go back down the other end.
Match up here. Match up.
Hopkins going to make a couple subs. Will Sykes back into the game, and Jed Williams, a sharpshooting freshman, subs in for the first time for Carson James. Just subbing into the game, handling the ball. That's Niall Coleman, a freshman out of Sicklerville, New Jersey. Ball in the hands of D'Angelo. Pivoting free, but couldn't get it off the window. Winley into the front court. Guarded by Aiden Godfrey, who just came in. Winley attacks off target. The tip in from Sykes is also off the mark. Hansen comes down with the rebound. He'll push it up the floor. And a nice half-court set. Hansen misses the easy lay-in, though. Should have been an easy deuce there for SWAT. Doesn't happen. Winley thought about a 3, now puts it on the deck. Hopkins a little stagnant in his possession. Winley taking it off the dribble, looking for a foul, doesn't get the call. And then on the rebound, they're going to get a foul there on Niall Coleman on the rebound attempt from Sykes. That's his first, team's second. They're going to say it was on the floor, so a baseline inbound is coming up. And the Garnet are going to take an early timeout. 30 seconds, we'll keep it right here. So like I mentioned, Blue Jays are guaranteed to be hosting a game here next Friday at Goldfarb in front of their hometown crowd. They were the #1 seed in the conference tournament last season. Fell by 3 points to this very Swarthmore team in the championship game. Some other games of note going on in the conference today that we will keep an eye on. Franklin and Marshall takes on Washington College. That one tipped off at 3 o'clock. Dickinson taking on Ursinus. And Muhlenberg taking on Gettysburg. Muhlenberg needs a win in that one to try to solidify themselves as the 6th seed in the conference tournament. If Dickinson gets a win over Ursinus, then Dickinson and Muhlenberg would each be tied at 7 and 11 on the year. And they'd have to play a play-in game on Monday to determine the 6th seed. A jump ball off the inbound. The arrow will keep it with Johns Hopkins. Fagbemi into the corner to Johansson. Johansson hesitates, then shoots the 3 ball and knocks it down. Johansson, one of the better shooters from 3-point range on the Blue Jays. That his 37th make from deep on the season. Left alone is Capri's, and he knocks down the high open jump shot. He's been the main source of offense early on for the SWAT. 6 points for Caprice. Winley trying to work around a couple of defenders. Back to Johansson. Couple jab steps. Now Johansson puts it on the floor, barreling inside off the window, no good. Rebound tip to Hansen. Ball with Aiden Godfrey on the left wing, delivers a pass inside to Caprice. Guarded by Sykes, trying to go up over him and draws a foul. They get that foul on Sykes, that'll be his first. For 2 of Hopkins' 3 centers, now with a foul in the early going here. And that's going to send Caprice to the charity stripe, where he is a 66% foul shooter this year. Swarthmore 71% as a team this year. And Caprice knocks down the first shot. 3 subs coming in for the Blue Jays. Charlie Jackson subs in for the first time, alongside Fumble and James. And Swarthmore brings in Brady Kagayama for the first time. Caprice's second foul shot is on target as well.
In the game for the Blue Jays, 6'4" sophomore guard from Arlington, Virginia, number 23, Charlie Jackson.
Ball in the hands of Fagbemi, trying to use a screen from Thibault. He'll rise just inside the lane, off the mark. Caprice gets the rebound. Coleman worked to Caprice. He can shoot it from there, but that one's off the mark, left alone by Sykes, and James comes down with the board. Here comes Johns Hopkins. Nice find inside. Thibault worked out to Fagbemi into the corner. Jackson. He goes slashing inside, up and under move. Cannot get it to go. Rebound hauled down by Devin Berger. Coleman back to Caprice, and now Berger gets it. Working it around the arc, back inside to Caprice. Thibault is playing with a foul, but he pokes it away. Great play by the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. That's Sid Thibault. Jackson wrapping around Thibault, trying to get a shot up on that left side, but cannot get it over Berger. Coleman racing into the front court, one up and draws a foul. Foul's going to go on Carson James. That is his first and the 3rd team foul on the Blue Jays. And Coleman will head to the line to shoot 2. Coleman a 66% free throw shooter.
Now Coleman at the line.
Coleman's first free throw is on the money. And John Winley going to sub into the game for Fagbemi. Coleman's second attempt rattles home. D'Angelo going to come in for him. Pass goes into the corner to James. He gets open, will pull the trigger off the mark. And the rebound pulled down from Eddie Paquette. In the corner, Kagayama. Now with D'Angelo. Paquette at the foul line, tried to get it to D'Angelo. Pass got tipped, but he still gets to it. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Thibault, another steal. Johansson coming up the floor, thought about a 3, instead works it to Thibault. Thibault spinning into the lane, up on the left side, off target. The second tip is also off. And Alverlin comes away with the rebound. Inside Caprice to a cutting Paquette, who gets whacked. while going to the rim, and he's going to go to the line.
Fouls on Brian Johansson, his first, 14.
So Paquette taking his first trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Jeb Williams coming back into the Blue Jays. He subs in for Johansson. Paquette's second free throw on the money as well. And a comfortable lead for SWAT. They lead it by 5 in the opening 10 minutes of this first half. Long time since the Blue Jays have gotten a field goal in this one. Thibault handed off to Winley. Looked like he slipped a little bit trying to get that shot up, but he still gets it to go. First bucket for the Johns Hopkins leading scorer, top 10 in the conference in scoring. Here's Vinny D'Angelo with a quick burst for 2. Thibault holding it in the high post. Now driving right at Godfrey. Up with the left hand off the mark. And D'Angelo gets the board. Overland left wide open. And what a start for Swarthmore. Out to a 19-12 lead. Timeout, Johns Hopkins. Just a 30, so we'll keep it right here, but SWAT starting to find a rhythm on offense. Again, Swarthmore coming off a season last year where they took that momentum from winning the conference tournament right here on this court against Johns Hopkins and rode it all the way to the Final Four of the NCAA tournament where they fell to Christopher Newport in a hard-fought game, 69-66. And a team that's hit some bumps in the road this year, but starting to find its level as we head towards the end, and with all the experience and wins, definitely not a team that you want to run into in the conference tournament. And of course, depending on how things shake out, it could be a potential first-round matchup or semifinal game for Johns Hopkins. We'll see how things shape out, and we'll see what they do out of this timeout. James trying to get up top to Winley, who eventually gets it. Sykes with it now. Nice look back inside. Winley got fouled from behind while trying to go in for the lay-in. They get the foul on Paquette. That's his first third-team foul. That'll send Winley to the free throw line to shoot a pair. He is one of the better free throw shooters on Johns Hopkins this year. 35 of 45 is Winley. And John gets the first foul shot to go. He's really emerged this year. He shined at times last year as well. Some big games for Winley, but he's really been one of those go-to scoring options for the Blue Jays in this season. And he's got a 2-for-2 trip at the foul line there. Passed over to Paquette on the right wing, trying to free himself up with a screen. Fighting through several defenders, lost the handle, but a foul called right before Johns Hopkins went into transition. They're going to call it on Winley. That's his first 15 foul on Johns Hopkins. Michael Capri's coming back into the game for Swarthmore. And they're also going to sub in Devin Berger. D'Angelo on the baseline, backing down. Carson James goes up and draws the foul. Almost got the bucket as well, and I believe that's the second foul on Carson James. And with still pretty much 9 minutes to go in this first half, you'd expect him to head to the bench. D'Angelo back to the free throw line, and he'll sink the first one. The list of accolades for Vinny D'Angelo, especially from last season, runs down a long list. He does get the second free throw as well, and they're going to bring Coleman in for Paquette. He's an NABC All-American first team last season, the NABC District 5 Player of the Year, the D3 Hoops Region 5 Player of the Year. He's been banged up at times this season. It's still the leading force for this formidable Swarthmore team, and there's John Winley rising up over him for a bucket. Coleman racing into the front court over to Caprice. Trying to throw it inside, pass tipped around, and the Blue Jays get a steal. Fagbemi running the break over to Winley on the right wing. They got a mismatch down low with Sykes. Instead, Winley goes driving inside and lost the handle on the way up. And then they're going to get a foul called away from the ball, it looks like, on Will Sykes. And that's his second. And that also puts the Garnet into the bonus. So a 1-and-1 coming up for SWAT. 5 will going to sub into the game for Sykes, who now also has 2 fouls. Swarthmore perfect 6 for 6 at the line so far in this first half. Berger steps up for the first time and another make. Second one, Berger gets both. Paquette coming into the game. The lead up to 7 for Swarthmore. Fagbemi guarded by Coleman in the backcourt, a pair of freshmen lined up on each other here. Fagbemi trying to blow by his defender and gets a foul called on the floor before the basket was shot. Foul called on Berger there. You see the IQ of Fagbemi. As soon as he got the slower defender on him, he tried to attack. It comes into Winley, up over Hanson, another bucket for John Winley. He's got 8. Caprice has it ripped away. Here's Jed Williams running the break. Bounce pass to Joe Hanson, up and in. Quick fast break there for Hopkins. The fast action continues with Coleman in the front court. Now Hanson up top. Gets it back from Caprice, fading at the foul line over Thibault, off the mark, rebound tipped. Caprice fires it off of Fagbemi. It's going to stay down at this end. And now we got talking about the shot clock.
Hey, it hit the rim! It hit the rim! We missed it, hit the rim, we didn't reset. I got you, but no one's here. Hold on.
And they're going to put 20 on the shot clock after talking about things. Caprice turning with some space, halfway down and out. Fagbemi comes down with the rebound. And here come the Blue Jays. Over to Joe Hanson, working around a screen, steps back into a 3-ball that is off target. And Paquette soars in the air to get the rebound. At the other end, Hanson closed out by Joe Hanson. Whipped into the corner. Berger going to try a three of his own. Well off the mark. Who's it off of? They're going to say it's Johns Hopkins' ball off of Capri's.
35,
Aurelian back in for Swat as well as D'Angelo. Fagbemi guarded in the backcourt by Coleman, gets it across. You get it to Winley. On the right wing, asking for a screen around to the left, and they're going to say Paquette grabbed him. And I believe that is the second personal foul on Paquette, and it is 15th foul on Swat.
15 foul.
Inbound comes into Thibault. Johansson now wrapping around, gets down the left side into the lane, kicked into the corner. Now Johansson, 8 on the shot clock. Thibault driving at Capri's, trying to find some space, kicks it back out. 3 on the shot clock, and Johansson called for a travel. And Charlie Jackson going to sub into the game for the Blue Jays. It's now Fagbemi, Winley, Jackson, Johansson, and Thibault on the floor for Johns Hopkins. Capri's, D'Angelo, Coleman, Aurelian, and Hansen. Aurelian handed off to D'Angelo, rises at the free throw line, shot is off target. Fagbemi comes down with the rebound. Gets it to Johansson. Johansson puts it on the deck, barreling inside. Another finish for Johansson, who's got 7 in this first half. Fagbemi comes away with a steal. Hopkins doesn't quite have numbers. He'll wait for them to get into the front court. Fagbemi had it ripped away by Coleman, then it hits off of him out of bounds. And a great defensive recovery by Coleman after the turnover. He'll get a breather. And Godfrey comes into the game, as well as Kageyama for Swarthmore. D'Angelo rises from 3, and there's his first make from downtown in this first half. Just the second for Swarthmore so far, opens the lead back up to 4. What's been a tightly contested first half, as we come to expect between these two teams. Here's John Winley halfway down and out. Capri's gets the rebound. Worked up top, Capri's left by his lonesome, pulls the trigger again, and again he's off target. Fagbemi gets it across midcourt. Johansson gives some space, tries the 3, well off target. And it bounces into the arms of Godfrey. D'Angelo lays it back to Godfrey. Down low to Capri's. Into the corner, Hansen, hand in the face, tries the 3 ball. Off the mark, rebound contested. Still on the floor, and then a foul. It's going to get called as Kageyama, it looked like he got tripped up, and they also get it on Thibault, and that is also his second personal.
Kansas City Thibault, his second.
Kageyama will try to keep Swat perfect at the line in this first half, 10 for 10. Oh, the Garnet. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. Second one, that one is off the mark, and Williams comes down with the rebound for the Blue Jays. 4 to go in the first half, and there's Kageyama who gets slapped with a foul. Sixth team foul.
16 foul.
Sykes holding it. Now with Carson James. Skipped into the other corner. Jeb Williams going to try himself a three. That one's off the mark. And the long rebound ends up with Kageyama now running the break. Drop back to D'Angelo. Aurelian, couple head fakes, eventually pulls the trigger and is off the mark. James racing, gets down on the right block, trying to get up over the trees. That one off target. Rebound from Sykes. The tip in was also off. And now SWAT pushing again. Hansen driving along the baseline, can't get it to go, and Sykes comes with the rebound. Both defenses starting to dig in as we move throughout this first half. Fagbemi waiting for some motion to run through. And then the pass gets away from James. 10 on the shot clock. Ball in the hands of Charlie Jackson. Jackson putting it on the deck, and they're going to call an offensive foul on him. Got him for lowering the shoulder. And we'll head back down the other end. First foul on Jackson. Coleman. Bounce pass over to D'Angelo. SWAT just 31% from the field in this first half. Here's D'Angelo, deep two with the hand in the face, and he got it. Now Windley on the right wing, trying to work around a screen from Sykes. Over to Fagbemi. And then they're going to get a foul called away from the ball. I believe it was Hansen who fouled Sykes. That is the foul they're going to call. That's a second on Hansen, and that puts Johns Hopkins into the bonus. 7th foul on the Garnet. Now place Sykes at the line. Johansson coming into the game for Jackson. Sykes the front end, gets it to go. It's only the second trip to the line in this first half for Johns Hopkins, despite the 17 fouls on SWAT. Sykes gets them both. D'Angelo somehow got free, rose, and missed the open three-pointer. Johansson looking to push, driving down the left side, up with the right hand, off target, rebound, tipped out of bounds. It was off of Johns Hopkins. And the Blue Jays just looked a little bit rushed on that possession. Here comes Coleman into the front court, coming up on 1:30 to go in the first half. D'Angelo again gets free, again pulls a trigger, and knocks it down. This time his second make from deep. The lead is now its largest of this first half of 8 points for the Garnet. Johansson driving right at Capri's and draws a foul. That is his first. And that's going to send Johansson to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Austin James coming back into the game for the Jays. He'll come in for Fagbemi. Johansson, the front end, is off the mark. Working it around D'Angelo with some tough defense on him. Doesn't get that one to go. Looked like he wanted a foul called after the shot. Final 60 seconds of this first half. Johns Hopkins in possession. Carson James, guarded by Kagayama, steps back with a hand in the face, down and out, and Capri's gets the rebound. Ball poke free, Coleman. Kagayama up on the left side, grows the lead to 10. Shot clock is dead. You assume you're going to see the Blue Jays hold for one here. Pass goes to Winley. 5 on the game clock. Winley trying to create some space, throws it inside. Sykes has it blocked under the basket. And then a heave at the buzzer is off the mark, and we will go into the halftime break. Swarthmore up by 10 on Johns Hopkins. 34-24 will be joined briefly here by head coach Ryan Kane. Coach, you guys are going to go into the halftime with a bit of a deficit here. What are some of the big adjustments you're going to have to see to get back into this one?
Yeah, I don't know that there's a lot of X's and O's that go with winning or making winning plays in this game. You know, obviously their guys have gotten going a little bit. We let Vinny get hot on a couple of those actions that they ran that freed him up a little bit. Anytime he can get his right hand, right shoulder open, he's as good of a player as there is in the country. So we did that too often, and we have to clean up what we're doing defensively, not give up some of those breakdowns and give advantage shots to those guys. I thought we did get some good looks at times down there, but then I also thought we rushed at other times. So it's making sure that we continue to get the good ones without playing too fast and getting through some action and trying to create advantage. And then once we get the advantage, just got to take the shots with confidence, not worry about make or miss.
All right, thanks, Coach, for your time, and good luck in the second half.
Thanks a lot.
Score going into the halftime break, 34-24. Swarthmore on top of the Blue Jays. As we will have some first half stats and analysis on the other side of this break, right here in Goldfarb Gym.
Serve for the Lady Bird. Download the Hopkins Sports app for a unique mobile experience never before offered by Hopkins Athletics. The brand new app will allow you to stay connected to all things Hopkins sports, with access to live sport updates, up-to-date news and giveaways, all through the Hopkins Sports app. Search Hopkins Sports in your app store to download today. Support the Johns Hopkins men's basketball program by joining the Tip-Off Club. The resources collected from the Tip-Off Club support assistant coaching, equipment, travel, strength and conditioning, and more to enhance the overall experience of the men's basketball student athletes. With your generous donation, the basketball program will continue to operate in a first-class manner while setting new academic and athletic standards. For more information, contact Blue Jays Unlimited at bju.edu or call 410-516-6132.
pass is my responsibility. Is there anything I should say in here before the start of the second half? Anything into the microphone? Are you ready to roll? Nothing. Exactly, right?
About to get the second half underway here from Gold Farm Gym. Swarthmore on top of Johns Hopkins, 34-24. Coming out of the halftime break, the ball will be with Swarthmore. And Johns Hopkins needing a win to secure the #1 overall seed in the conference tournament. If they lose this one, they need a Gettysburg loss against Muhlenberg to end up taking that spot. Ball with D'Angelo. He got going towards the end of that first half. That three ball is off the mark. James steps back into a three ball, left it short, and the rebound is picked up by Aurelian. Up top to Caprice. He was left all by his lonesome, but he's tried that shot a couple times tonight and just hasn't been able to get one to go. Neither team lit it up from the field in that first half. Both teams below 35% shooting so far in this one. What really separated the two was the foul shooting for Swarthmore. Fagbemi shot off target, rebound tipped out to James into the corner. An open look from deep is off target. Hopkins now 2 of 9 from 3 in this one. Swarthmore was 11 of 12 at the charity stripe in that first half. A carry called there against Caprice. Fagbemi walking it up the floor. Still looking for our first bucket of this second half. Fagbemi dribbling through and gets called for a foul on the floor. We're going to get the foul called against Hansen. That is his third personal first team foul of this second half.
First team foul.
Hey, 5.5. 5.5. Come on, get that, Brady. Get that, Brady. Solid, good.
Swarthmore got a win in this one. They would move up to the #3 seed in the conference tournament. Here's a bucket from Fagbemi in the lane. The first basket of the game for the freshman to get the deficit back down to single digits. D'Angelo laid off to Caprice. Paquette receives it on the right wing. Driving inside, Aurelian, baseline jump shot, off target, Paquette on the offensive glass, back up top to D'Angelo. Now Kagayama up top, down to 8 seconds, wrapping around, back out to Caprice, it got tipped, there is 3 on the shot clock. Paquette just got to heave one up, it does hit the rim, and almost an offensive rebound that turned into a jump ball. The arrow is going to be with Johns Hopkins, so they do eventually get the stop. I mean, that was impressive enough from Paquette to even get that ball on the rim from how far out he was. Johns Hopkins locking down on the defensive side to open up this second half. Hopkins ranked 17th in the latest D3Hoops.com poll. James gets it over to Fagbemi. Fagbemi crossing over into the lane, rises and fires, and got it to go. The freshman with back-to-back buckets. And they're going to need him down the stretch to try to fight back into this one. And Swarthmore not liking how these first few minutes are going. They're going to call a timeout. It's only 30 seconds, so we'll keep it right here. But Fagbemi coming out and making an impact early on here for the Blue Jays. And another game that just got underway is between Gettysburg and Muhlenberg. Both teams needing to win in that one. Another team that's vying for a spot is Dickinson, and they are currently leading as Sinus 34-32 at the halftime break of that game. If Dickinson wins and Muhlenberg loses, they got to play a play-in game for the 6th seed in the conference tournament. D'Angelo dribbling it out of the timeout over to Capriz, and again going to try a long jump shot, and he just hasn't been able to find it from outside the lane in this one. Fagbemi laid off to Johansson, stepping into a 3-ball that's well off the mark. D'Angelo up, and they're going to say he got fouled.
That's illegal. Marty.
On the way up, foul called on Carson James. That'll be his 3rd, the first on Johns Hopkins in this second half.
Handoff, I get hit here, I don't touch him, I get the foul.
And D'Angelo knocks down the first foul shot. He's got 13 in this one. Will Sykes going to come in for Thibault. Second free throw is on the money as well. And they're going to bring Niall Coleman in for D'Angelo. Inbound comes into Fagbemi. Coleman applying pressure in the backcourt. Windley trying to fight around the screen. Coleman switches on to him, rising in the lane, and Windley gets it to go. That puts him in double figures with 10. And Johns Hopkins starting to find a little bit of a rhythm offensively that they lacked in that first half. Berger wrapping around the screen, stops at the foul line, off target. Paquette, the easy rebound, but it's off the mark. James racing it up the floor, down the baseline to Johansson, whipped up top to Sykes. He'll try the 3-ball, left it short. Capri's guarded by Sykes, now putting it on the deck at the right block, up with the right hand, and the big fella with some nice touch. That's now 10 for Capri's. He had been quiet since the early part of the ball game. But getting back in the score column there. Windley coming around a double screen, pushing inside. Floater is up off target. Sykes trying to get the rebound. They call a foul on the floor. It's going to go on Capri's, and that'll be his second and the team's second.
Second team foul. Charlie Jackson back in the game for the Blue Jays. D'Angelo and Cal Henson for Swarthmore. Aiden Godfrey also back on the floor for the Hornets.
Take it away, Cal! Niall, up! Take
Up top to James, trying to blow around D'Angelo. Finds Sykes in the middle, who banks it in. James drew the other defender and then found the opening to Sykes, who got the lay-in. 4 points for Will on this senior day for the Blue Jays. Godfrey gets it up top, now with Berger. Trying to work on Jackson. Backing inside, draws a double team. Back out Hanson. He tries the 3-ball on the way and splashes it. That's the first make from downtown for either team in this second half. Lead back up to 9. Moved over to Jackson, and he gets called for a foul. They call it on Berger. It's the third team foul on Swarthmore, second on Berger. Coleman and Kageyama come back into the game for the Garnet.
Hey, 5.5. Let's go, 9. Come on, 9, take it away.
Winley slipped inside to Sykes, over to Williams, the freshman, open 3, yes sir. Williams probably the best 3-point shooter on the team, just below 50% on the season. Gets his first bucket in this one. That was his 35th made 3 of the year, and a miss at the other end. Now James pushing it into the front court and got fouled while driving in by Kageyama. That's a second on him and the 4th Swarthmore team foul. Paquette going to sub back in for Coleman.
Hey, cover down and stick and cover down, let's go.
James gets it into Winley, and James will get it right back. Trying to take more control in the offense. Gets it to Sykes at the foul line. Sykes now trying to body it with Godfrey fading away in the lane off the mark. Here's D'Angelo pushing it right at James. Rises off target. Offensive rebound for the moment. Body's on the floor. The arrow is with Johns Hopkins. And we will go back down the other end. Thibault now coming in for Sykes.
Senior Thibault back in the game for Johns Hopkins. Michael Capri for Swarthmore.
And that one poked away by Kageyama. I thought he forced a turnover. But it's going to stay right here. Winley will take the inbound out. Passed over to Winley. Goes slashing in, fading away with a hand in the face, and Winley got another bucket. And Hopkins has pulled within 4. Now D'Angelo settling things down in the front court for the Garnet. Gets it to Caprice. Caprice now dribbling down to 7 on the shot clock. Work to D'Angelo. D'Angelo trying to find space, fades away and knocks it down. A big make there from D'Angelo. Thibault trying to get it to a cutting Winley, and he got hacked. While trying to slip into the lane, they get Caprice again. And that'll be his third. 15 foul on Swarthmore. And now Godfrey got to come back in for Caprice. Jackson gets the inbound into Winley. James trying to get around Kageyama. pivoting in the lane, gets the shot up, it's off the mark, and Paquette rips down the rebound. Godfrey into the corner, Kagayama going to try the 3-ball, halfway down and out, rebound tipped out, and they're going to get an over-the-back called on Swarthmore. Foul called on Aurelian. That is his first 16th foul, and there could be a lot of free throws coming for Johns Hopkins in this second half.
Bounce! Bounce! Hey, Aiden! You ready to be here? Cover down! Hey, shut down! Shut down if you go there!
Pass to a cutting Joe Henson, finishing on the right side. That one was wide open after the screen up top. 9 points for Joe Henson. Worked up top, Godfrey. He will shoot it from deep, and he can make it as well. Godfrey, a nice answer down at the other end. We've seen him shoot it well here on this floor the last couple times they've been here. Winley floater in the lane, off the mark, tipped into the corner. Where now James is on the ball. Worked up top, Joe Hansen, a ball fake, going to step into a 3-ball. That was well short. That make from deep was the 20th made 3 by Godfrey this season. Coleman trying to get it to Godfrey, lost the handle, back out Coleman. The lefty, an open look from deep, off the mark, rebound. Aurelian comes up with it. And then they're going to get Paquette, who was out of bounds before driving in, and will go back down the other lane. Winley on the left wing, and then they're going to get a foul called there on Swarthmore, which is going to put Johns Hopkins into the bonus. 17 foul called on Aurelian, that's his second.
17 foul.
Go! No!
Yeah, now the ref's trying to talk about who's going to be the shooter here. And it's going to be Fagbemi, the one that steps up to the line for the 1-and-1. And the first one is good from Fagbemi.
Aiden! Don't let him push you under! Get him out!
Second free throw, Fagbemi off. Thibault tried to get the rebound, but instead Berger comes away with it. We get a foul called on John Winley.
The foul's way out here. Not getting it under and they are. Come on.
And that'll be the second on Winley's second team foul on Johns Hopkins. 10 minutes to go in this ball game. A 6-point game between Swarthmore and Johns Hopkins. Inside, Hansen couldn't get the finish. Johns Hopkins looking to run. Fagbemi driving. Now we'll back things out. Going around a screen with Thibault. Fagbemi pops the 3. It's off the mark, and they just can't get it going from deep tonight. Johns Hopkins 3 of 15 from 3-point range in the ball game. Back inside, Paquette got fouled and gets the bucket. Foul gets called on Johansson. That's his second. One more coming at the line for Paquette, who did well to fight through the contact there. Foul shot is knocked down there from Paquette, and a timeout taken by Swarthmore, who's seen their lead grow back up to 9. It'll be a full one. We'll take one with them. Should be a fun finish here in Baltimore. Swarthmore up 9 with 9:30 to go. After the Garnet timeout, they're protecting a 9-point lead. They've been leading throughout a good portion of this one. Hopkins trying to find the answers offensively. They haven't gotten it going from deep, but Fagbemi helps out with a 3-ball there. It's just the fourth make from downtown for Hopkins in this one. Now 4 of 16. Has it back to a 6-point game. Fagbemi 8 points all coming in this second half. Capri's back into the game with 3 fouls, trying to drive at Sykes. He does and gets the basket. And every time Hopkins punches back, Swarthmore finds the answer. A dozen points now for Capri's. Capri's trying to convert on the M1 off target, and Winley comes down with a strong two-handed rebound.
Good job, Don.
Winley trying to find space for himself, rises, shoots, and got it to go. He's been by far the most effective offensive weapon for the Blue Jays tonight. Now up to 14 points, and Hopkins is struggling to get within that 6-point threshold in this second half. Aurelian gets it to Kagayaki, lost the handle. Now comes Johns Hopkins. Winley with the ball again. Fagbemi trying to use a screen, rises in the lane, rims out, rebound tipped out off of who? They're going to say it'll stay down at this end. Jackson and Williams coming back in for the Blue Jays. Winley will get a breather, as well as Johansson.
Hey, Cal, higher, Cal, up on the wall here.
20 on the shot clock for the Blue Jays. Fagbemi taking out the inbounds. Got to get the ball in. He does just in time. Jackson can't finish. D'Angelo racing. Hanson trying to get it to Capri's. He lost the handle. Somehow gets back to D'Angelo. Now Capri's turning towards the basket. Several bodies thrown at him, and the layup's off the mark. Now Williams tried to spot up for three, lost it, driving inside, off the mark. Sykes a tip off as well, and then a foul. Trying to push the other way. They're going to get that one on Williams. That's the 15th foul. And the first on Williams. D'Angelo gets an open look from deep, and off the mark. Good rebound from Jackson. And here comes Johns Hopkins. That's exactly the shot, though, that Swarthmore wants getting for D'Angelo. James worked inside, has to kick it back out to Fagbemi. Fagbemi trying to work free from the screen, and they're going to get a foul on the floor against Swarthmore. And that's going to send Fagbemi to the line. It's called on Paquette. That is his third and the 18th foul. Fagbemi knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. And between him and Windler, they've really been the ones to keep Hopkins in this one in this second half. They continue to answer the bell and hang around. Now it's back down to a 4-point game. With 7 minutes to go. In a packed house here at Goldfarb. Try to see the Blue Jays clinch a #1 seed in the conference tournament. Caprice puts it on the floor, met by two defenders, still spins free and finishes. And now a technical foul is called on the play. They're going to get Will Sykes. And that's a big call at this point in the game to call a technical on Sykes as he was coming back up the floor. D'Angelo gets the first foul shot. And we'll see if that one looms large after D'Angelo gets both free throws to go. Put it back up to an 8-point game. Charlie Jackson, he's been held quiet in this one. Trying to get it to a cutting Williams, has it knocked away. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Here's Thibault. Puts it on the deck, driving right at Caprice, gets the bucket and the foul. Just the answer the Blue Jays needed after the technical. And that's the fourth foul on Caprice with still 6+ minutes to go in this one. You have to assume he'll take a breather. Godfrey, Berger, and Hansen all sub into the game for SWAT.
Hey, Aiden, we got a box!
Did y'all put that Class A as a team foul? Did y'all put the Class A?
Aiden, get ready for fire!
And after a quick talk with the scorers table, thinking about the team fouls after the technical, but they got everything squared away. Thibault, the N1 foul shot is off the mark. Godfrey guarded, or check that. That is Paquette, who lost the handle along the sideline. Pass tipped and taken away by Jackson. Jackson pushing into the front court, trying to go all the way. They're going to call a foul on the floor. And another 1-and-1 is coming up for the Blue Jays. An aggressive move to the bucket there from Jackson. Vinny D'Angelo called for the foul. That's his first. Actually, that's the 10th team foul, so 2 guaranteed free throws coming up for Jackson. And Jackson converts on the first bonus shot. Jackson gets them both. And we are back down to 4. D'Angelo driving down the left side, pivoting over Winley off the glass, and what a shot from D'Angelo. Not much more John Winley could do there. Just a better offensive play from Vinny, who's now got 20. Fagbemi gets free for 3. Yes! Timeout, Johns Hopkins. It's down to a one-possession game for the first time in this second half. Fagbemi's second make from downtown. He's got 13, and we're going to take a quick break. 3-point game with 5:30 to go in the second half. Coming out of the Blue Jays timeout, a big-time 3 made by Fagbemi. Makes it a one-possession game. Blue Jays have been scratching and clawing, trying to overcome that 10-point halftime deficit. They definitely got the crowd back into it here at Goldfarb. Braden Fagbemi with 13 points in this second half.
Yeah, John, 53.
Has been the driving force.
53.
Winley trying to guard D'Angelo.
Yeah. Great job, John.
And then Godfrey slipped inside. Paquette, wild layup off the mark. Blue Jays get the rebound. Jackson racing up the floor. And now we'll settle things back to Fagbemi. And Thibault got whacked by Godfrey there before getting the pass off. And not the worst case scenario there for SWAT. Thibault does struggle at the free throw line. But he does get 2 guaranteed ones with over 10 team fouls on the Garnet. Thibault 0 for 1 at the line so far today. And he does get the first one. James and Johansson going to come in for Williams and Jackson. Thibault trying to make it a 1-point game. Off the mark, rebound tipped, and Hansen comes down with it. D'Angelo guarded by James. Worked over to Berger. Hansen trying to get around Fagbemi. Nice cutoff. Now 10 on the shot clock. Berger guarded by Winley. Worked to Paquette. Hansen going to try a contested 3, and he got it. Big time shot from Hansen. Gets it back up to 5. Just his second make from deep, and then he commits a foul at the other end on Fagbemi. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Hansen.
Foul on Hansen is 4th.
Hopkins 10 of 14 at the free throw line tonight, and Fagbemi gets the 5th.
Go! Aiden! You're still fire! Hey, you gotta box him! Let's go! Aiden! Don't get pushed under. Let's go.
Fagbemi makes the second. And this timeout taken by Johns Hopkins, Ryan Kane. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
Johns Hopkins 17, Duke 13.
This has been the kind of game that these two schools have been used to playing over these past 5+ years. Games that come down to the wire that mean something, and like I said, it's usually culminated in them meeting in the conference championship game. We'll see how the seeds end up shaking out. Still obviously got a game to decide here. It just feels inevitable that at some point these two teams are going to meet in the conference tournament once again. Johns Hopkins got him on the road earlier this year. This is the 130th meeting all time between these two schools. Hopkins won by 4 on the road earlier this year. Right now, SWAT trying to complete the win here in Baltimore. Trying to slip it to Godfrey. Ball's on the floor. Bodies fighting for it. If it's a jump, it's Swarthmore ball, and that's what it's going to be. And Caprice is going to come back in for the Garnet. And again, he's playing with 4 fouls, so he'll have to be careful. Got to imagine they're going to try to get something to him down low here. Caprice isolated on Fumble, lost the handle. Windley comes away with it. Hopkins looking to run. Windley lays it off to Carson James, gliding inside, high off the glass, no good. A follow from Fumble. Drops. It's down to 1. The closest it's been in a long time here in this gym. Berger got his defender off kilter. Open jump shot off target. Fagbemi pushing it into the front court. Laid off Johansson. Gonna take it for the lead. It's short. D'Angelo running himself. Worked over to Paquette. Into the corner. Kageyama trying to answer. Too strong. 5-ball. Has it ripped away by Berger. And now D'Angelo for 3, off the mark. Caprice on the offensive glass. And then they're going to get a foul called on Johns Hopkins, on James, and that is his 4th. Just the 6th team foul. So no free throws yet for SWAT. Comes to Caprice. D'Angelo trying to create space. Tough shot over James, off the mark. Hopkins gets the rebound. Another chance to take the lead for the Blue Jays. 3 minutes to go. Fagbemi on Kageyama. And he gets tripped up trying to find some space for himself, and that's going to take him back to the free throw line. Kageyama, that's his 3rd foul, and again, Hopkins still in the double bonus. Fagbemi 5 for 6 at the charity stripe so far tonight. Just needs 1 to tie things back up. And he's off on the first one. Hanson going to come back in for Kageyama. Fagbemi trying to tie things up, and he will. First time we've been tied in this second half. 16 second half points for the freshman, Fagbemi. Johansson almost came away with a steal. And then eventually a blocking foul called on Johansson. That's going to send Berger to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. Berger, the front end is on the target. And now another technical called on Johns Hopkins. And it looks like we might have a replay review for a potential flagrant called on Johansson. At least I believe that's what they're doing. The free throw counts. And we'll try to get some clarification here. So we'll try and figure out what they're trying to look at here. So we'll wait and see what comes out of this replay review here. I believe they tried to get Johansson for a flagrant for some kind of elbow while he was boxing out for the free throw. Still talking. You obviously hear the crowd still trying to will their team on to a win. This is obviously a very big call. And wow, they're going to call a flagrant foul on Brian Johansson. And they're trying to get D'Angelo to shoot, but I believe they're trying to say Paquette has to be the one to take the technical free throws. So I believe there's 3 free throws coming up for SWAT. So these 2 coming up for Paquette, who is the one who drew the flagrant foul. And he's off on the first. Second one coming for Paquette. And he does knock down the second one, so another free throw should now be coming for D'Angelo. And that doesn't, or actually Berger, my bad, was the one shooting originally. Sub coming in, Godfrey going to come in for Caprice. I believe that's for defensive reasons with Caprice having 4 fouls. It's a bit of a wild sequence here. And in the end, it's just one more free throw for Berger. He did make the first of the 1-and-1. He's off on the second, and Windley gets the rebound. Back to a 2-point game. Here's Carson James trying to find some space, and they're going to get a foul called there on Paquette. They're calling for a block. That's his 4th, and that's going to send Carson James to the line to shoot 2. We're good, Ed. Let's go, baby. We're good, Ed. We're so good, Ed. James' first foul shot is on the money. Second one to try to tie things up once again. That one off the mark, and the rebound is off of Swarthmore, and we're going to stay down at this end. It looked like Capri's and Paquette collided with each other. A bit of friendly fire there, trying to come down with the defensive rebound. And that'll give a chance for Hopkins to take their first lead since the first half. Coleman subbing back in for Swarthmore. Winley takes out the inbound. Hopkins will have 20 seconds to shoot it. Slipped to Fagbemi. Didn't quite catch him in stride. Now Hopkins will try to settle. Johansson bounce pass to Winley, out of bounds, and Swat gets the stop regardless. Hanson and Berger back in for the Garnet. D'Angelo in the lane, and that was an easy two for him. It's not too often you see number 23 for SWAT glide to the basket like that. The lead is back up to 3. Of course, Hopkins is nowhere near three-point territory here, and a bank shot is good from Winley. Still plenty of time in this one. Winley now is 16. Him and Fagbemi both lead the Blue Jays in that department. Big possession here for both sides. Berger looks to Capri's, back up to D'Angelo. 8 on the shot clock. They switch with a screen. 2 defenders set at D'Angelo. Now 5 to shoot down low. Capri's draws a foul on Thibault. Should be the third foul on Thibault. 2 shots coming up for Michael Capri's. Capri's is 2 for 3 at the free throw line so far tonight. And the first one got the bounce off the back iron. Capri's trying to get the lead back up to 3. Off the mark, Fagbemi gets the rebound. Here comes Hopkins. Johansson, a burst towards the rim. Into the corner, James. James loads it up for the lead. Yes! Timeout, Hopkins! On senior day, the Grad puts Hopkins on top with a minute to play. What a shot by James! That was just the 6th make from deep in the ball game for Johns Hopkins. 3-point shooting has very much been a woe for them tonight. But when they need it most, one of the veterans steps up and knocks one down to give them the lead. A double-digit comeback. By Johns Hopkins, and now they have the lead. And now we'll see Well, Coach Kosmolski will try to draw up for the answer. They haven't been trailing for a single second of this second half until now. They did put 2 seconds back up on the clock. 1:02 remain. Both teams will have 2 foul shots on any foul throughout the rest of regulation here. Here comes D'Angelo. Does he have one more big play in him to try to spoil Hopkins' hopes? Rising up over James, knocks it down. What a shot by Vinny D'Angelo. He's got 24, the Garnet back on top. And then reaching in is Paquette, trying to take it away from Winley. And that is the 5th foul on Eddie Paquette. So now we'll see who they elect to bring in after Paquette has fouled out. 2 free throws are coming up for John Winley. Winley can give Hopkins a lead back if he sinks both of these. Winley, upper 70% foul shooter on the season. And he does get the first. Winley now with 17 to lead the Blue Jays in this one. And he got them both. 1 point lead for Hopkins. About a 9-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here comes D'Angelo. You got to think he's who they're going to rely on to take the shot here. Trying to get to the hole, driving inside, missed it, got his own miss, and got the bucket. Timeout, SWAT. And they take the lead back. They got the initial stop, but once Steibel was off his spot, there was nobody else there to grab the rebound for Johns Hopkins. And that left D'Angelo all by his lonesome there to make the second shot. And the suspense continues for what the finish is going to be here. Both teams just trading back and forth on these past couple possessions. The shot clock is now dead. So that's no longer a factor. And we'll see what Ryan Kane draws up. Obviously you can't use the rest of the clock here with your team trailing. Have to leave enough time to foul in case you miss a shot here. But obviously you have plenty of time. You don't need to be in a rush with still 23 seconds. And we'll see the defensive plan for SWAT coming out of the timeout. The Blue Jays already back out on the floor. Another instant classic between these two schools. Johansson will be the one to take it out for the Blue Jays. They had the full length of the court to travel. SWAT brings in Coleman to deal with Fagbemi. Fagbemi gets it across midcourt. They get it to Winley. Winley driving inside, almost lost the handle, gets a shot up. He got it! What composure from Winley. D'Angelo into the front court. Guarded by James. Clock winding down, driving inside. D'Angelo got it! With 1.9 remaining, timeout Swarthmore. He's one of the best players in the country for a reason and has just taken this game over. A 1-point lead for Swarthmore, and it's been all number 23 down the stretch. And now we'll see what the Blue Jays draw up here. They will have time to get a shot off with just under 2 seconds. It looks like they are going to try and they review to see if there's any more time that needed to be added to the game clock. They are not going to do anything. It's going to stay at 1.9. And boy, what a big time shot after Winley. First of all, it looked like he lost it on the way up, had to regather and still made it. And then D'Angelo comes back down to silence the home supporters at the other end. And we'll see what the finish has in store for us. Johns Hopkins full length of the court to travel in 1.9 seconds. And now they're going to take another timeout after seeing what Johns Hopkins came out with. And it's a full timeout. And a reminder what's on the line here. The Blue Jays could have clinched the number 1 seed in the conference tournament if they picked up a victory here tonight. If they lose this one, they got to wait and see the result of the Gettysburg-Muhlenberg game, which is currently 36-34, beginning of the second half. Muhlenberg is leading the Bullets, but obviously still a lot of time left in that one. The Blue Jays are trying to become the number 1 seed for the 2nd straight season, having the tournament run through this building. But right now they're looking for a miracle to try to make that happen. They have under 2 seconds and the full length of the court to go, down by 1 point. And here we go. Johansson running the baseline. Into James, and Hopkins gets a timeout. And they do get it into the front court. It's a heads-up call there by Ryan Kane that allows the Blue Jays to draw up something a lot closer to the basket, and they only took 0.7 seconds off the clock there. And now you can get yourself a catch-and-shoot situation with comfortably and probably enough time to get a shot off here with still over a second. They are going to see if the clock was right yet again. Last 2 times these teams were on this floor, it was an ending pretty similar to this. It came with a lot on the line, coming right down to the wire. That was the conference championship last year, in which SWAT held on to a 3-point win to knock off the Blue Jays on their home floor. They're actually going to put 1.5 on the clock here for Hopkins, so 0.3 more seconds to try to get their playoff. And who will be the man Ryan Kane goes to? SWAT does have 1 timeout. We'll see if they use it. Here's the ball game. Johansson will take it out. It comes into Winley. Winley got the 3 up, and it's just short. And that's how this one comes to a close. And what a ball game between these two schools. Swarthmore comes in and gets a 1-point win on the road over Johns Hopkins to close out the regular season. And Swarthmore taking some momentum now into the conference tournament. They'll go in riding a 6-game win streak and knocking off the team that almost was a #1 seed. Still waiting on the results of other games. That Gettysburg-Muhlenberg game is going to be the one that decides the seeding ultimately. But a tough loss to wrap up the regular season for Johns Hopkins. 71-70, they battle back valiantly, but in the end, Vinny D'Angelo and the Garnet were just too much for the Blue Jays to handle, and they come away with a 71-70 victory. D'Angelo led all scorers with 28 points. John Winley, he was the hot hand for the Blue Jays in this one. Got a good look on that last shot, but just was unable to get it to drop.
Please turn out the lights.
And that about does it for our coverage. 2 really strong basketball games here this afternoon, resulting in a 71-70 culmination. With Swarthmore coming away on top, finishing the regular season 17-8. Blue Jays fall to 19-6. And we will still have a conference tournament game for sure here next Friday. The Blue Jays will be the 1 or the 2 seed. And we will wait and see how things shape out to see who they will end up playing. But that wraps it up for our regular season here at Goldfarb Gym. Again, Swarthmore victorious 71-70 over the Blue Jays. They split the season series, and we'll wait to see who the Blue Jays will play right here next Friday. I am Joey Medor signing off. Appreciate you listening, and we will see you back here next Friday for some more Johns Hopkins action.